Okay, so this is my third speech working on. Speech 3, get to the point. Um, I'm kind of excited about this. I'm not showing much enthusiasm here, but I'm really excited about it. By the end of the speech, I want you to recognize the futility of the current jail system and support me in my endeavors to do something different here in the community. We want to help these men and women break free from an addictive life cycle and their evolving door at the local jail. I don't need to tell you what you already know, that we have a major problem here in our community. Our jail is a laughingstock. It is overcrowded, understaffed, and the morale is terrible. We've had several escapes. Drugs and paraphernalia have been found being brought in by guards. And we've had several tort cases over the last 2 years. My name is Randy Pruitt, and I've had a great deal of experience in jails and prisons. Unfortunately, my experience is from the inside. Nonetheless, it is valuable. Some of the problems that we have here in our system are court delays, lack of any educational material while they're incarcerated. What I mean by that is while they're sitting there waiting for court, there's absolutely nothing for them to do. They just started the GED program, but that's it. There's no reading material of substance. There's really minimal volunteers going in. There's not really any way for the men to better themselves while they're there. So if they're there and they really make a decision that they want to do something, there's no way, there's no people to help. Counseling is minimal. There's not anything of substance there for them. Lack of sentencing alternatives. Bond requirements typically high. Since we've got the new judges, Hollis and Castleberry right now, things are changed. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. Things are different. It's difficult to get out of jail. And so they just stay in jail doing nothing while their family becomes alienated and lives off of welfare. When they do get out, there's no management for them. Typically, they get out, they get put on probation, and they're given a list of things that they have to do, things that they have to complete, and said, here you go. There's no direction, no management, no help. So if they really don't know how to get there or stumble along the way, there's no social worker that's there to help them. There's a lot to be learned about the behavior, both on the inside and on the outside, by studying the behavior of inmates. The information that I've gleaned from my studies will make even the most studious psychologist envious. Of course, there are many external influences that affect an inmate's psyche. Internally, jail conditions are a major factor. One of the greatest influences on an inmate is the family and support system that they have. I would sit inside and watch these guys spend their family's money on phone calls. And when the money ran out, they'd start cussing them. Everything would be fine. They'd be getting ready for visits, and the visits didn't come. And they end up getting a fight, or even worse, they got locked down again. They did something else to pick up another charge. So the inmate's success, as it might be termed, rests a great deal upon the support of the family, or the lack thereof. Stats change on a daily basis, but the fact is that our jail is very overcrowded, and the vast majority of these being nonviolent, low-level security, drug-related offenses. Of course, we are no different than any other small town in America. We have similar problems with drugs, lack of education, lack of treatment facilities, as many other communities our size. We have a major problem. But that problem poses an opportunity to do something different. We have an opportunity to be a model for small town America, and at a more affordable cost than building another jail or prison. So if you look at this majority that we're housing, at an average of approximately $7,000 per day, you say, wow, that's a lot of money. Is there any way that we can cut that cost? I say yes, cost is significant. But the real tragedy is that most of these inmates have families, which now have lost the means of support. even if not the primary means, they've lost the means of support. And the first tragedy is a waste of time. There's nothing, as I was saying, there's nothing for these men to do. No way for them to better themselves. And even worse is the kids that lose their parents. It's traumatic for the kids. It's indescribable the effect that it has on them. These kids are acting up in school, and nobody even really knows why they're acting up. They're just acting up, getting in trouble, and then boom, send them expelled. Okay, so what do we do? As far as bond is concerned, or an ankle bracelet program for pretrial diversion, many won't qualify because they don't have a job or not a good outlook for one, nor prospect for immediate admission into some type of education program. Again, many don't have a place to go because they got in a fight maybe with the family or something. At least not for the time being. Their family doesn't want them. They want them, but they want to see them make some changes. So my proposal would be to take an existing facility and turn it into a community corrections program, modeled after the successful Court Residential Treatment Center in Texas. This facility would include an aggressive alternative education program to prepare citizens for reintegration, as well as drug and alcohol education, treatment, not just education, but treatment, cognitive change, teach them how to think, to help them address their addiction issues. Privatization of this facility would fix the cost of the project and take the burden of implementation and day-to-day affairs off of the already overloaded detention center. I have a facility that I am in the process of purchasing that would easily house 50 to 100 clients with some minor modifications, as well as provide ample space for education. Family visitation would be welcome and encouraged on a scheduled but open basis, just as it is at a level 1 prison. Education and fellowship would be offered for the family as well. It is critically important to the success of the offender to keep the family involved in the entire process. There are many advantages to this, not the least of which is that it gives hope to the children, helps keep them out of the disciplinary system within the school. Some classes that we hope to offer will be business classes, designed to teach both men and women how to start their own business and run them legally so that they might be able to make a decent living in spite of their difficulty in getting a regular job as a result of their poor choices. Of course, GED preparation will be offered, but primary focus will be on some type of vocational training, giving these returning citizens a viable school so they can become a valuable part of the community once again. These are some very generalized ideas. They're founded upon evidence-based, proven effective practices that are currently being utilized in other states. We have a problem. We have an opportunity. Let's do something different. Let's make a difference in Clovis. Thank you.